Speedway in the 818 machine out of Winchester, Tennessee. It'll be Jaden Frame. And the Riggs Fiver 818 car rolling around the racetrack as we get ready to roll. First wave of Dirt Draft Hot Laps getting ready to come your way. Also, race fans, don't forget, you're watching at home or here at the racetrack. You can sign up for Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series Dirt Draft here tonight. You can pick your drivers. Starting out with $100,000. Each driver has a price, and you can compete against other players throughout the country and the world for your chance at bragging rights with the Dirt Draft. They also have new leagues available. You can start your league anytime throughout the season with Dirt Draft. Nonetheless, underway, Hot Lap session number 1 with Hunt Front Super Dirt Series. Another driver out there on the screen. Don't know how I missed him. The Barrett Seawright, number 16, the 2025 Ice Bowl champion. That'll be Sam Seawright in car number 16, rolling down the back straightaway right now. And this player in the Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series standings a season ago. Already on top of the leaderboards early on here in the Dirt Draft Hot Lap session, 13.424. As Mark mentioned earlier, track record here at the Talladega Short Track set on March the 28th, 2019 by Jason Hyatt, 12:42. Super Mario Gresham also out there on the speedway. Mario with a brand new sponsor this weekend in the Mackey Excavating Tree Services, number 21. Competing for the Base Racing Fuels Rookie of the Year, moving up from the 604 division a season ago. And the first wave of Dirt Draft Hot Laps already completed. And we'll roll to Hot Lap session number 2 out there in the speedway. The first driver out there on the racetrack in car number 12. He'll come to us out of Hampton, Georgia, in the Jeff Matthews Motorsports number 12. He's got a Talladega Short Track feature win with the Hunt Front Super Dirt Series back in 2023. That'll be Air Force Ashton Winger. And the 74X entry out of Bakersfield, California, the BK Grading Paving. We're to 74X, it'll be Ethan Dotson, another former Talladega feature winner with the Hunt Front Super Dirt Series. And the 25 car out of Anniston, Alabama, that'll be Tim Rozelle in the 25 car. And right behind him in the 59, another Base Racing Fuels Rookie of the Year candidate in 2025. That'll be Dillard Hatchet out of Cornersville, Tennessee. And the F1 machine out of Commerce, Georgia, that'll be Peyton Freeman. And the Freeman Plumbing F1 car. Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2. Get ready to take the green flag. Flagman Will Dykes with the green flag in the air. We are underway. Hot Lap session number 2. You see Air Force Ashton Winger on the screen right now. Finished second in 2024 Hunt Front Super Dirt Series standings. He's a Hunt the Front winner here back in 2023. Ethan Dotson, the 74X entry, was in the 2X last Friday night down at the Whiteout Motorsports Park. Had a great run going on in that main event. Looking for his first win of 2025. Air Force Ashton Winger, fastest in this group, 13.507. In the 12 car, already 2 sessions down. Should be about 5 to go. 50 drivers. The Hunt Front Super Dirt Series here tonight. Dirt Drafts Hot Lap session number 3. Rolling out onto the speedway right now. Next couple of drivers getting ready to make their way out onto the speedway. And the first driver going to make his way out onto the racetrack at Anixa, Missouri in the 26P. That'll be Glenn Powell. And the Powell Motorsports number 26 car right behind him in the 49 car. Out of Denver, North Carolina. And the Ferris Commercial Mowers, the Longhorn. That'll be Luke Morey, another one of those Base Racing Fuels Rookie of the Year candidates. And the 31 car over the back straightaway. That'll be Tyler Millwood out of Kingston, Georgia. The Millwood Plumbing number 31. And right behind him in the C6 car, your current Base Racing Fuels Rookie of the Year points leader in the Zippy Auto Sales C6 entry at Hole-in-Wall, Tennessee. It'll be Oakley Johns. And the 14 JR to St. Augustine, Florida, Trey Mills, the future. Currently fifth in the Hunt Front Super Dirt Series standings. And right behind him, the 2024 Hunt Front Super Dirt Series Rookie of the Year to be Jackson Heiss in the 388 car. And also out there in the Speedway in the 22. Out of Hindman, Pennsylvania, the 22 Incorporated, it'll be Drake Troutman in the 22 car. So Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 3 already underway. Drake Troutman already on top of leaderboard 13,279. Troutman, a World of Outlaw regular, fourth in the World of Outlaw point standings coming into tonight. Making his way down to the Hornet's Nest with the Hunt Front Super Dirt Series, and he'll go quick time in that group. 13,279. Trey Mills, Tyler Millwood, Oakley Johns, Luke Morey, your top 5 fastest in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 3. Next wave of drivers getting ready to make their way out onto the Speedway right now in the 23 car. That'll be Corey Hitchcock. He'll come to us out of Loudon, Tennessee in the BMF Race Cars number 23 machine. And right behind him, the 18X Mitry out of Douglasville, Georgia. It's 5-time Ice Bowl champion here at the Talladega Short Track. It'll be Michael Page in the Bear Truck and Trailer Sales number 18X entry. And the 26 car to Clover, Missouri. And the Powell Motorsports Capital Race car to be Matt Menzie in the 26 car over the back straightaway. And right behind him in the M2 machine, out of Birmingham, Alabama, the CRM Motors M2 car to be Caden Mullinex. And the 09 car over the back straightaway. He was fastest last night out of Sun River, Montana, the Dust Ponce Longhorn 09. That'll be Michael Leach. And over the back straightaway, the 17M out of Chickamauga, Georgia. The Easy Go, Clock Synthetics 17M. That'll be the Mac Daddy Dale McDowell. And right behind him at the 25 car out of Zebulon, Georgia. That'll be the Georgia Bulldog, Shane Clanton, the SCCS Solutions, number 25C, rolling around the Speedway. And that Capital Race car from the 2-time Ice Bowl winner himself, the 25 machine. Lap session number 4 already underway. Absolutely beautiful weather here for Friday and Saturday night. The Talladega Short Track. If you're not here, you can make it out. Come on down. Still plenty of time to make it out tonight. We'll have $12,000 to win tomorrow night. Round number 2. As Georgia Bulldog, Shane Clanton already on top of the leaderboard here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps 13,469. Corey Hitchcock, Michael Page, Dale McDowell, Michael Leach, your top 5 fastest in that group. Next wave of drivers sitting in staging, get ready to make their way out onto the Speedway. About 2 or 3 more sessions of hot laps for the Hunt Front Super Dirt Series. And the first driver going to make his way out onto the Speedway at Mount Holly, North Carolina, in the victory seat. Spark Transportation, number 22. That'll be Fergie time. It's Chris Ferguson in car number 22. And right behind him in the 11S entry, out of Americus, Georgia, the Simply Elegant Landscaping, number 11S entry, it'll be Alan Stick. And the 18 machine. That'll be Cody Overton here tonight, driving the 18 car out of Thompson, Georgia. And right behind him in the 51B out of Coldwater, Mississippi, the Carpenter Construction number 51B, that'll be Brandon Overton. Brandon Carpenter. Overton's in the house with us. He's not in this group. That'll be Brandon Carpenter. And right behind him in the 4 machine, another one of those Hunt the Front Base Racing Fuels Rookie of the Year candidates out of Peeland, South Carolina. The Trans-Toll Incorporated number 4 to be Cale Green. And the 126 car, another Hunt the Front Base Racing Fuels Rookie of the Year candidate out of Rogersville, Tennessee. And the Bigfoot Enterprises 126, it's Cade Loudy. As Hot Lap Group number 5, Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 5. Getting ready to take the green flag. And we've got one more driver making their way out onto the racetrack out of Winchester, Tennessee, in the Hanger Hardwood Flooring. Number 29, it'll be Christian Hanger. And welcome everyone watching live on the YouTube and the Facebook page right now. You're getting a special sneak peek of the Hunt Front Super Dirt Series Hot Laps here at the Talladega Short Track. 50 super late models signed in here tonight. We have full racing program. We'll have qualifying heat races, B-mains, and our 35-lap main event for night number 1, $8,000 to win. Coming up here in just a little bit as Hot Lap Session number 5 already underway. Will Light's already got the white flag in the out in the air for these drivers. Cade Loudy, 13,435. Fastest on top of the leaderboard right now. Chris Ferguson, second. Quick Cody Overton, Christian Hanger, Alan Stick. Right now, the top 5 fastest in the Hot Lap Session. Cade Loudy, averaging right around 90 miles an hour. Cade Loudy in the 13th, 435. Boy, he's had a fast race car all season long. We'll see if tonight will be the night that he'll be able to put the results with the faster race car. Nonetheless, Hot Lap Session number 5. Dirt Dropped Hot Lap Session number 5 making their way out onto the racetrack right now. Number 6 making their way out onto the racetrack. Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 6. First driver out there on the speedway. In the Wales Racing Longhorn Factory number 76. It'll be Big Sexy Brandon Overton. 2-time feature winner already in 2025, including last Saturday night in the state of Alabama down at the East Alabama Motor Speedway. Right behind him, opening night feature points winner out of Headingley, Manitoba, Canada. That'll be Ricky Weiss in the Sniper number 7 over the back straightaway, coming in tonight second in the Hunt Front Super Dirt Series standings, trailing by 2 points behind Dalton Cook. And the 57 car over the back straightaway out of Norrie, South Carolina, the Coltman Farms, number 57, that'll be Zach Mitchell. And right behind him in car number 10, out of Milton, Florida, the Kubota Tractors, Hunt Front number 10. Second place finish last Friday night down at the Wine Up Motorsports Park. That'll be Joseph Joyner in car number 10. The 19 machine over in the back straightaway out of Marshalltown, Iowa. The Tri-State Engines Transmissions, number 19, currently second in the World of Outlaw point standings with 2 feature wins. That'll be the Reaper, Ryan Gustin. And also out there in the speedway, the 38 car in Gadsden, Alabama. That'll be Dylan Tidmore. And right behind him, the 05 out of Central Alabama. That'll be TJ Britton in the 05. This will make up Dirt Track Hot Lap Session number 6. Ricky Weiss already on top of leaderboards. Brandon Overton right there with him. Ryan Gustin, the Reaper. Moving up the first quick here in Hot Lap Session number 6. Phenomenal field of drivers with us tonight. The Reaper, Ryan Gustin, 13,362. Ricky Weiss, Brandon Overton, Zach Mitchell, Dylan Tidmore, your top 5 fastest in Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 6. Final wave, Hot Lap Group number 7, the Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session, getting ready to roll out onto the speedway right now. Final 7 drivers, and the first driver going to make his way out onto the speedway in the 20 car from a 4-time Lucas Oil Dirt Late Model Series champion out of Newport, Tennessee, in the Vic Hill Racing Engines Rocket XR1. That'll be the Newport Nightmare Jimmy Owens in car number 20. Committed full-time with the Hunt Front Super Dirt Series here in 2025. And right behind him, the 212 out of Florence, Alabama, the Morse Brothers Construction 212, the 2023 Hunt Front Super Dirt Series champion. That'll be the Florence Flash. That'll be Josh Putnam in the 212 car. And the 19 car over the back straightaway, the 19M machine out of Meridian, Mississippi, in Yellowhammer design, number 19M. That'll be Spencer Hughes. And the T1 car over the back straightaway to Lafayette, Alabama. It'll be Todd Morrow in the T1. And last Friday night's feature winner in the 44D out of Salem, Alabama. That'll be Dalton Cook in the 44D car. And the Newport Lighting Rocket XR1. And right behind him, the 57T here tonight. The Gunk 57T. Usually seen the best performance motorsports #1. Tonight, that'll be driven by Turbo Tyler Erb in the 57 car, driving the Map Tip Racing 57. And also out there in the Speedway in the 7C at Rotten Gold, Georgia, it'll be Jeremy Cropper in 7C. Final group of Dirt Track Hot Laps on the racetrack right now. Josh Putnam on the top of the leaderboard early on, 13,449. Dalton Cook in the 44D. Last Friday night's feature winner came from 9th to 1st, stole it on the last restart. Pick up his first Hunt Front feature win of the season. And that'll wrap it up for Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Josh Putnam, quick time in that group. Spencer Hughes, Dalton Cook, Tyler Erb, Jimmy Owens, your top 5 fastest in Dirt Draft Hot Laps session number 7. Well, race fans, that'll wrap it up for Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series Hot Laps. We'll get ready for Crate Racing USA 602 Late Model Sportsman. Hot Lap qualifying coming up here in just a moment. And with that, we'll turn it back over to the voice of the Talladega Short Track, Late Model Mark.
Well, thank you very much, as I could use an oxygen bottle after climbing up them stairs as fast as I did. '24 Crate Racing USA 602 late models. I got to tell you, I was watching Hot Laps down there, ladies and gentlemen. I've been announcing here for now the 13th year. And I'll tell you what, that is only the 3rd time I have ever seen dirt fly over the fence line off of turn number 4 and into the grandstands. That's how much moisture we got in the track, which I love it. I like it when they go fast and they're hammered down, but you know what? If we have a good wet track that gets run in tonight, it makes it better for tomorrow night, because if it gets rubbered up from top to bottom tonight, there ain't no way you can get it right for tomorrow night without spending about a day and a half to get the track right. So the dirt clods were flying, and I got nailed by one. It was a beautiful thing. It reminded me of Ascot Park in turn number 1 back in California. I like wet and tacky tracks, but it won't be that way for the whole evening. So we're going to transition into the 602 late models. We'll talk about the stars and the cars of this division here momentarily as I catch my breath. I'd like to give a shout-out to Roby Helm, who's not here tonight. Old-time friend here announcing. We had many a moon announcing up here. Roby, if you're listening to the broadcast tonight, we're thinking about you, brother.
What do you want to do?
So 24 Crate Racing USA 602 late models up to bat here momentarily.
Yeah, he's got it.
Boy, that was some session of supers hot lapping right there. Man, oh man, of Chevys. Now, they're going to hot lap and qualify, which is kind of a unique format here for Talladega Short Track. Normally, the 602 late models will come out. They draw for a heat position. They have qualifying heat races. Where you finish is where you start, whether it be the inside or the outside row. But tonight, they're doing hot lap qualifying. The track record in this division is held by a driver who was a late entry. He's out of Anniston, Alabama. Ryan King is driving not his own stuff tonight, because I believe he sold some of his stuff. Ryan King is the track record holder here at a 14:41. That was set back on April 26, 5 years ago in the year 2020. So 24 602 late models. They're running for a nice little dangling cash carrot of $2,000 tonight. They'll be off tomorrow night as the 604s will take their place. But the Crate Racing USA 602 late models ready to roll. When we had our season opener just a couple of weeks ago on March 22nd, we had a very nice field of 602s. It was a full field, if I remember correctly. Mario Gresham, Super Mario Gresham, won the 602 late model feature on March 22nd. I'm not sure. Let's see if I look over my list to see if he is in the house tonight. He practiced with us last night. And he kept going out with the super late models. I do not see his name on the list for tonight, but he sorely missed. Super Mario Gresham won opening night on March 22nd. Here's just a few short weeks ago. Now, these cars are a little different from the 604s. As these 602 late models, that's part of their engine block number, 350 cubic inches. The difference between them and the 604 crate cars is they have all steel block and all steel heads, where the 604s have a little bit of aluminum heads on top of their cars. So as they're pulling out on the track, we'll give you some names and numbers here momentarily. Right now, the 17 of Mark Haddon is quick at 14.73, and Armstrong second quick at a 14.90. Sherman Everett at 15.04, 15.14 for Walden. Woods at 15.32, and Dunn at a 15.34. Once again, the track record here for qualifying is a 14.41. So these guys, well, like Haddon in the 17, he's about 0.3 of a second slower than the track record, which is not too bad. That's Mark Haddon out of Estelle Springs, Tennessee in the 17. Trace Armstrong second quick at a 14.90. Sherman Everett third at a 15.04. Preston Walden fourth in that number 82. And Dunn, as in Dylan Dunn, out of Beverly Hills, Florida. I've been in Beverly Hills, California, but never in Beverly Hills, Florida. And then Woods is in your top six at a 15.32. Pulling out on the track right now, you see another flight of 602 late models. B4 of Brandon Brown. He's won limited late model races here. He races 604 and he races 602. There's the 43 of Garrett Lloyd out of Center, Alabama, in the blue number 43. Number 9, one of them Thompson boys. That would be Brody, a whopping 15 years old in the T9. We have the 22 of Dylan Templeton, 57 of Rain Gibbs. She's a whopping 12 years old, young lady driver. The hot lap qualifying underway here at Talladega Short Track as you're watching the B4 of Huntsville, Alabama's Brandon Brown. There's the young 12-year-old girl of Rain Gibbs out of Weaver, Alabama. Her dad, Zach, one of our sponsors of the track, Exile Armory. He's got enough guns in there to start World War III. As you're watching the 12-year-old gal from Weaver, Alabama in the 57, Rain Gibbs. Cody Thompson goes to the top of the heat with a 14.62. Haddon gets dropped down to second. Brandon Brown now third with a 14.79. Armstrong still fourth. And Rain Gibbs, how about her? Top five, 14.99, just under the 15-second bracket. White flag from starter Andy Cooley as we have one more circuit left to go for the field to get 5 laps here at TST. Unless they changed it on me. And it's 4. So Brody Thompson right now on top of the heap out of Talladega, Alabama, the T9 in that beautiful. You know what? The Thompson boys and his dad, Gary from Bama Sheds, man, they are great friends here at Talladega Short Track. Next group of cars rolling out on the track. Number 1 of Braxton Barber, the number 48 of Cooper Swan out of Pell City, Alabama. 03 of Olivia Gentry Williams. And the 15 of Marty Massey out of Douglasville, Georgia. And the 47 of Derek Stewart, our track champion in this division. And the number 19 of Lucas Lowry out of Dyersburg, Tennessee. Hot lap qualifying continues for the Great Racing USA 602 late models. Time to beat is a 14:62 by Brody Thompson. We set in that last session. Haddon still second at a 14:73. Brandon Brown third. Armstrong fourth. Massey now moves up into the top 5 with a 14.93. Track's got some bite out there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The water truck was not skimpy on the liquid. Right now, Brody Thompson with a 14:62 has got a 10th and change over the rest of the field in this hot lap qualifying session as you're watching the number 48 of Hunt the Front TV broadcast. That's the number 48 of Cooper Swan. I believe he might be related to a guy named Blake Swan in the factory stock division, who's no stranger to the winner's circle. Massey moves up to second. Olivia Gentry Williams. How about that, Oliver? She's up in that third position. How about those ladies out there getting it done? So Olivia Gentry Williams moves up to that third qualifying spot. As you're watching the Hunt the Front TV, those are our Talladega Short Track scales. There you see Miss Gentry go over it. That is a cool shot. Who's ever doing the camera work right there? That's some pretty cool stuff. We'd like to thank Scott McAllister on the camera, man. You're doing a great job. That's a unique shot. Never seen that here before. My compliments. So there's Blake Haddon in the number 20 out of Winchester, Tennessee. Boy, do I miss that track. That was a cool joint. David Kay out of Lincoln, Alabama. The high side hustler, man. I tell you what, that dude loves the high groove. Austin Bloodworth out of McIntyre, Georgia. Brennan Shirley out of Rainbow City. Nicholas Godfrey and Ryan King. This will conclude Great Racing USA 602 hot lap / qualifying. David Kay in the K5 out of Lincoln, Alabama moves up into the third position for qualifying with a 14:70. Still a 62 is the time to beat for Brody Thompson. Massey still holds second at a 67. Now Bloodsworth goes to the second spot with a 14:65. How about Austin Bloodworth out of McIntyre, Georgia, driving that number 24. Let's see what he can do in the remaining lap. Can he dethrone Thompson for the top spot? Checkered flag comes out. And that will wrap it up for 602 late model qualifying. So Brody Thompson on the top of the heap. He's your quick timer here for the 602 late models. Next up will be the factory stock, hot lap, and Chris Elliott out of Lineville, Alabama, was our season opening winner, driver of the number 19. We have 13 factory stocks in the house. First couple of cars out will be Monica Everett out of Morris in the 35. Jeremy Isbell out of Andover in the 76. We call him Pinball. Josh Salisbury out of Anniston in the number 6. Ashley Brasher out of Clanton. And Chris Gentry out of East Daboga in the G8. Those are your first 5 cars out with 13 cars. We had a late entry. One of the McElroy boys joined the party here. Attention to the pits. We need the limited late models to staging for your time trials, please. Limited late models to staging for your time trials. Talladega Short Track, limited late models to staging for your time trials. Limited late models to the staging lanes. Hey, there's our camera boys up there on the right side of the tower. You guys are doing a great job. Wave your hands, boys. You're doing a great job up there. Those are our cameramen for the Hunt the Front series. Some of our crowd here on this Friday night. Normally on race nights here, we don't even put a car on the track till 7 o'clock. Because why? Because it's usually so doggone hot here in the summertime, and that's a coming here. But I'll take this weather any day as opposed to some liquid moisture here. So you see a nice shot from the Hunt the Front cameras of the main straightaway and some of the interstate on I-20. You know what's really cool is whenever I leave here on a Saturday night and I drive by the track and I see the lights on, it's like, man, this is one of the best located tracks in the state of Alabama, right next to I-20, across the street from Talladega Superspeedway. That's pretty cool stuff. Factory stock, the full fendered boys. There's some of our crowd. Wave, ma'am, to the camera. You're on camera, ma'am. Wave. Blondie. There you go. Hey, there we go. Put that bear down. No, actually bring me up one. So there's Jeremy Isbell out of Andover in that number 76. Good-looking ride. It's all straight the early part of the season. There's Monica Everett, one of our lady drivers out here. Number 6, Josh Salisbury, better known as Pinball. When he used to run the Hot Shots, he got bounced around so much he looked like a silver ball in an old pinball machine. That's why he got the name Pinball. There's Ray Phillips in the number 22. 13 factory stocks. Limited late models, you are up to bat next. Limited late model qualifiers, you're up to bat next. Hey, Miss Joanne, if your husband's not working over the provolone cheese in the concession stand, can you call him up here for a minute? Thank you. Did he go home to let the dogs out? All right, the factory stock track record here is set by Chris Howell back in September, the 5th day of September of 2021. Another stout lap, 16:72. I don't think we're going to get close tonight, even with these fast track conditions, as we're on hold here for just a moment. We had one car at the top of turn number 1. You can see up there. That's Salisbury, better known as Pinball, up there having a little bit of issues. Sure. Talladega Short Track sponsors Hoosier Racing Tire. Hoosier Racing Tire Southeast. Lincoln Lumber. They got the new
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Need reliable equipment to power your next project? Westpro JCB has you covered. From durable mini excavators to cutting-edge teleskids, we offer solutions that deliver performance and precision. Visit westprojcb.com today and upgrade your fleet with machines you can trust.
Dirt Track Fantasy Sports is finally here. Introducing Dirt Draft, the online fantasy sports app that's the first of its kind. Sprint cars, late models, modifieds, midgets, you name it, and you can play it on Dirt Draft. Just sign up, enter games, draft your team, and then watch and win points. You can then redeem those points for merchandise, tickets to major events, online subscriptions, pay-per-views, products, and so much more. Dirt Draft features over 350 games from major Dirt Track series and events each year. You can play unlimited games for just $5.99 a month. Download the app today on the App Store or at Google Play for free, or visit dirtdraft.com to sign up. It's one thing to say you know everything about dirt track racing, but it's another to show the world. So do it today with Dirt Draft.
It rose from humble beginnings in the Valley of the Sun. A sprint car racer saw the need for racing shirts. And now, the vision of Carl Korbacher has resulted in Arizona Sport Shirts helping racers across America spread their message. For the best custom designed shirts, hoodies, caps, koozies, and much more, go to ArizonaSportShirts.com. Be part of history. Arizona Sport Shirts, the original racing shirt.
All right, we just had to wait for Josh Salisbury to get hooked up on the hook. And I have one of my good best friends of all time here who moved out from California this year. He's been out here to Alabama and absolutely loves us. Fred Barbarossa here. Fred, you've been out here a number of times here, and what a deal. 50 Supers, 23 602s, a pile of limited late models and some factory stocks here. And what you like to do on the weekends besides coming to Talladega Short Track, talk about your RC racing at Little Dega. Talk to us about that.
Well, first off, super late models is unbelievable. I mean, I'm very blessed to be here in Alabama and with my job and my wife, and got a nice house. But besides all that, yeah, Little Dega RC Dirt Oval's right down the street from here. And sitting here tonight with talking to my buddy Lane. He's been helping me out with my car, and my cars are doing pretty good. I got me a late model and some modifieds, but we're doing good, having a good time.
Oh, outstanding. So we're getting into factory stock, hot lap, and qualifying here. Talk about the factory stocks, Fred.
The factory stocks is pretty much back what we used to call a street stock or a pro stock back home, but nothing like this on horsepower. They got definitely a lot more horsepower than we ever had in our cars. These are about equivalent to our limited late models. But I keep saying back home, but this is home now.
Amen to that. Now you see Jason Isbell right there in the 76. He's quick time with a 17:34. Simpson, second quick at a 17:39. Brasher, number 3 to 17:54. Hot laps qualifying, a different, unique format for these guys here in the factory stock division. You know, usually they come out and do hot laps and they run qualifying heat races. So imagine this, Fred. You got to come off the trailer. You got to be fast. If you don't qualify well, you're going to be in the back of the field. Yes, there's only 13 cars. I shouldn't say only. 13 is good. But if you don't qualify well, you go right into the feature. You hot lap, qualify. Next time you're on the track, this is where your 20-lap feature. There's no goofing around right now.
No, same thing when we ran dwarf cars back in California. It was pretty much the same thing. You take it out, you go wheel pack. Well, we had wheel packing. And then you go out in your heat races, and depending on where you're at, you'd start your main event, and that was it. That's all the time you get. There is no practice or anything like that.
I've got a message for you folks out on trackside parking in the back in turn number 3. If you do not have a pass for that position, right along the fence, right past the back straightaway grandstand, between the back straightaway grandstand and turn 4, I have just been informed that Lincoln PD will be browsing the area. No pass, you're getting the boot. Just thought I'd let you know. So the second flight of factory stocks coming out right now. The time to beat is Jason Isbell with a 17:24, Fred. Brasher second. About 11 hundredths behind at a 17:33. Simpson a 34. Phillips at a 40. And then Sherman Everett, that's Miss Monica Everett, excuse me, is 18:16. So there's a heck of a gap between the top 4 and the 5th qualifying position.
Yeah,
you see the number 44 there of Rusty Willett. He's out of Gadsden, Alabama. Jacob Catlett in the 33. Chris Elliott, our season opening winner in the number 19. Clifford Holder out of Argo. You've been through there in your Sunbelt truck.
Yes, sir.
And James Richardson out of Anniston, and one of the McElroy boys.
Turn 1, turn 4.
A little bit of trouble coming out of turn 4. I think that's one of the McElroy boys out of Mumford, Alabama, right down the road here. Having a little trouble. They were out here practicing last night. They had a little technical difficulties out there. But factory stock qualifying continues, and we're going to get going in just a second. Once again, if you're in trackside parking and you don't have a pass, the Lincoln PD is going to go through there, and you're going to get the boop. Limited late models, you should be in the staging lanes. Limited late models, you should be in the staging lanes for your time trials, please.
Nice to see a Camaro out here.
Yeah, the very rare, the Camaros. They're always these mid-80 GM body cars. You don't see any leaf spring cars out here anymore. It's just a different deal. Leaf spring cars work forever.
Everything else is metric.
Yep. So Chris Elliott, your season opener winner, goes to the top of the pile in that number 19 at 16:89. That is 11. That is 3/10 and change quicker than the rest of the field. Holy moly.
Beautiful looking car, too.
It sure is. Your season opener winner. He's out of Lineville, Alabama, that number 19. You can see him. He's going to the outside. He's kind of running. This is tough about hot lap qualifying, is traffic can kill your lap times. He's got to burp the throttle. He's waving his hand, but he's still quick at a 16:89. Isbell second at a 17:24. That's the thing when you have 4 or 5 cars out here for hot lap qualifying. Sometimes if you're so much faster, you can get bottled up by some other cars, but still, he's on top of the heat. That should wrap it up. Yes, it will wrap it up for factory stock qualifying. Next time you see these cars will be for their main event. Next up will be the limited late model qualifying. Boy, on the Hunter Front replay, you can see a couple of cars coming out of turn number 4. He goes, oh, ho, 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 and boom, into the Yuki tires. I don't know where they got the name Yuki from. I just call them track tire. Well, just got word with that car, that number 8 going into the track tire, he took out the Hunter Front low camera down there, but we'll get that fixed. You know, those things are only just a couple of bucks, a couple of zillion dollars. You know, so we took out the camera down there. But Fred, another couple of things here we're talking about here at Talladega Short Track, that when you first came here and you came to your first race at Talladega, being from California where the cars are like so muffled and they sound like vacuum cleaners, it must have been a little bit of a culture shock when you come here. People be able to bring in their own beers, no curfew, no mufflers. You know, Saturday night here in the South, it's a different ballgame, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is. It's very enjoyable, to be honest with you. It's not I don't know how the nice way to say this is, but it's not all jumbled up, and everybody's very, very nice, easygoing. I mean, everything's competitive, but everybody's looks like everybody's out to help everybody. I walked through the pits a couple times, and there's people just jumping on other people's car trying to help them. And I mean, you see that back there, but not nearly as much as you see here.
Yeah, well, you know, you always have a little bit of fussing and maybe some words here,
yeah.
but that's just racing and emotions going good. But you think about it, like tonight with 50 super late models in the house, there's more super late models than sometimes you had a regular show at Ventura and a couple of classes behind. Or combined, I should say. But it's all, you know, it's all a different thing, and it's 2025 is a different deal. And, you know, the days of a lot of tracks opening their gates, getting giant crowds and 125 cars, depending on the area you live in, are mostly a thing of the past. But we have some of the best car counts here at Talladega Short Track, multiple divisions.
By far.
And easily the biggest paying super late model shows in the state of Alabama, hands down. Especially,
I don't know how y'all do that, but it's very impressive to see that.
It is.
You don't see the biggest sprint car shows we have back there for local tracks is paying like maybe $1,500 or $2,000 to win on a huge night.
Sure, absolutely. But you know, it's like when the World of Outlaw sprint cars were in here. You know, the money that they paid, the Hunter Front, $8,000 tonight, $12,000 tomorrow. That's some bank, and then at the end of the month, we got a $50,000 to win show, and then there's a bunch of $7,000 and $10,000 throughout the calendar year here, and there's special events for the 604s and 602s, and then a lot of weekly programs. We'll have the USCS sprinters in here, but I really like this Hunt the Front series.
Absolutely.
It's something special. You know, when the joiners decide to start up this series, people rolled their eyes and go, oh, that's all we need is another series, you know, and here they're proving everybody like this is a viable series with great car counts. They had 45 at Why Not last Friday, 50 here tonight, and the season is just getting going. They're going to visit many tracks throughout the southeastern region in multiple states.
Yeah, it's good. It's real good to see, especially guys showing up so early. I mean, I go up and down this interstate probably 4 or 5 times a day, and I come through here Wednesday, and there was already guys parking their rigs in the pits. That's pretty nice to see.
We'd like to thank you folks that are watching on the HuntTheFront.tv live stream broadcast tonight. We appreciate you watching us over the World Wide Web here in Central Alabama. And there's an easy way if you want to tell some friends to subscribe to the Hunt the Front live stream TV deal. Let's go to HuntTheFront.tv.com, sign up. It's very reasonable throughout the year. They've got so many good races at various tracks. And if you sign up tonight, you get to see TST here with 50 super late models. And it's just a great series, a great streaming platform, and great production. You know, I thank the guys who are down there in the trailer and the cameraman and all throughout the facility for from race control to the starter stand. It's a class organization. So huntthefront.tv. Subscribe and get a live stream for the year. It's just a few bucks. You spend more money at that on beer and at Lone Star Steakhouse. So it's a pretty good deal. You know, there's some good live streams out there, and this is just one of them. So now we transition. Ladies and gentlemen, race fans of all ages and of all genders, we are moving into the limited late model qualifying. Attention in the pits. Hunt the front. Super late model.